Welcome back to Breaking Today. Now, athletes are never immune to injuries, and the threat is higher when one plays in a contact sport like football. In recent times, Kenya has lost a lot of talents due to niggling injuries, with only a third of the Kenyan Premier League clubs having medical insurance cover for their players. More players are playing in a dangerous ground, or maybe dangerous grounds. In our feature story, A Twist Within, our sports reporter Chris Migwambo followed up the sad, lonely and hard life of Kenyan Premier League players after getting an injury representing their various clubs. Some have even been forced to retire at their prime age, while others have had their contracts terminated.
It is a dream of any football player anywhere in the world to play for at least 45 minutes, 60 or even the entire 90 minutes. However, in between the game, he gets a serious twist, a knock or a career-threatening injury, and he has to be substituted. But with the club's main sponsors having withdrawn their aid and the club having not gotten a medical insurance cover for its players, the lifestyle and life of this player slowly starts to fall apart. Welcome to the tale of broken and injured, a twist within. My name is Chris Migwambo.
Not here, but since beating his marker here. Yemba coming off his line and that push at the top.
Seven years ago, a young man left Uganda to join the Kenyan Premier League, by then signed by Western Stima. Here, he will play for various football clubs ranging from Tusker, Sofapaka, and then went to Tanzania. From Tanzania, he attracted the eyes of 18 times Kenya Premier League champions Gor Mahia. He will be signed for the 2017-2018 season. However, fast forward to 2019, the player cannot continue training and playing with his teammates because of a niggling knee injury. It's on this backdrop that I set on a journey to go see and hear for myself the Shafiq Batambuze's story.
Are you all my personal dreams?
Shafiq first set his foot in Kenya in 2012, and since then, he has turned out for Sofapaka, Moroni Youth, and Tusker FC. Shafiq, my brother. How are you doing, bro?
Good.
You're good?
I'm fine.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So your story, man. I've said I have to come here and do it.
And I'm happy that you're here.
In the 2016-2017 season, a 68th-minute goal by Shafiq Batambuze was all Tusker required to sink arch rivals FC Leopards 1-0 to be crowned the 11-time SportPesa Kenyan Premier League champions at their first stadium in Nakuru. Tusker won the title with a total of 58 points from 29 matches. On July 27, 2018, the Ugandan fullback penned a 2-year contract deal to join Tanzanian Premier League side Singida United after parting ways with the Brewers. However, 4 months later, he was signed by Kenyan Giants Gor Mahia on a 2-year contract. Batambuze came in to fill the gap that had been left by Godfrey Walusimbi, who by then had joined South African side Kaizer Chiefs.
So Shekava receives it from Raila Odinga, the honorable.
Here, he won the 17th and 18th KPL title with the defending champions in the 2017-2018 and 2018-2019 seasons, respectively. This will automatically give them a ticket to the 2019 CAF Champions League. Here, Gor Mahia started their first leg preliminary round campaign against Aigle Noir of Burundi. Batambuze came in the second half, guiding his team to a barren draw. His world would, however, fall apart in the second leg, where he aggravated a knee sprain a few moments after coming on in the team's 5-1 win over the Burundian side at the Kasarani Stadium.
Za CAF tumecheza mbili ya Burundi, nimecheza kule second half. Tukatoka bila and then we came over to Kasarani here, the second leg. we scored 5, so I was introduced in the game like a substitute. Ndio nikakanyaga vibaya tena nikaumia, so I decided to go for check up MRI. Ndio wakaniambia I was advised to do a surgery. So the doctor went consulting the like hospitals to see how much it will take. Na ndio hiyo ikakuja kugunduka wanataka 400,000.
Talking to us while fighting back tears from rolling down his cheeks, Batambuze sent a passionate appeal to football fans to help him raise funds required for corrective knee surgery.
Because SportsPesa wameenda ndio wamekuwa main sponsor wa hii team na wakaenda. So imekuwa ngumu tangu waende, but nadhani labda wangerudi ndio hata atungetokea labda kwenye kuomba usaidizi. Hata timu vile mmeiona ikiwa imeenda Algeria imekuwa naomba watu waichangie ndio iweze kwenda. So hizo zote zimetokea juu ya sponsor kukata na bila kujipanga.
With Kogalo claiming to be broke to meet his wages, the midfielder turned defender has also been forced to fundraise from friends and family to cater for the reconstructive surgery.
The office cannot afford some of these things. I know people are complaining about why have we not taken care of our players. See, 4 of them almost demanding over 2 million. Batambuze 650,000. Philemon the same amount. Curtis almost 450,000. Oliech is another one. So you see, it has been expensive. And here is also the elephant in the house. SportsPesa, not there. So where could we raise money to cure, not even to feed, not even to pay salary? So the shortest and the best thing that should come our way is to look for an insurance company.
According to Gor Mahia's team manager Jolawi Abondo, the club had in the past put a medical insurance cover in place, but due to constant complaints from players who were against it being deducted from their salaries, the management scrapped off the deal. However, from the lessons the club has learned from Karim Zigimana, Wellington Ochieng, Dennis Oliech, Philemon Otieno, and the latest entrant Shafiq Batambuze's injury, getting a medical insurance cover for their players is now inescapable.
Now, when it comes to insurance, it used to be there. We had Britain sometimes back, but the problem is players started by saying, no, the enlisted hospitals were not that quality according to them. So these complaints came in and therefore the office were not that keen. But as things go, it is high time we go in for insurance so that at least these expenses on the medical side are taken care of.
He played against the team here for about 35 minutes, wasn't it? 40 minutes. And that's what I've seen him. Any player that gets injured is a loss to any club, you know. And we have a lot of injuries. Well, not a lot of injuries, but the people who could play are injured. So, you know, of course he's a miss. And any player that, like I just said, is injured is a miss.
In Kenya, the Moi International Sports Center Kasarani is the only CAF-approved stadium. The rest of stadia used on a weekly routine to host KPL fixtures do not match the standards laid to host an international match. But despite the poor conditions and huge exposure to injuries, it's only 6 KPL clubs that have medical insurance cover for their players. These clubs include Tusker FC, Bandari, Posta Rangers, KCB, Wazito, and Kariobangi Sharks.
Okay, in terms of medical insurance, I think a player before signing for any club, they must be guaranteed that they are covered medically, because that is one of your bargaining powers, that you ensure you have your insurance, you ensure that your bonuses will be paid, your signing fees paid, and you're guaranteed of a salary every month until your contracts run out. But unfortunately, it's been a challenge for most of our clubs. We did a survey in terms of medical insurance, and I think it's only a third of the clubs within the league have insurance for their players.
Many players in the Kenyan Premier League and other players in other leagues around the world have gone into early retirement because of niggling injuries.
Nafikiri bima ya afya ya wachezaji ni jambo muhimu sana kwa timu zote ambazo zinajihusisha na michezo kama hii ambayo uwezo kupata jeraha, si kandanda peke yake. Ukiangalia pia mchezo wa raga kwamba watu wanagongana sana, kuna mambo mengi, kuna majeraha mengi ambayo yanatokea. Kwa hivyo ni jambo muhimu, ni jambo ambalo linakuwa likipuuzwa sana na vilabu vingi.
Sofapaka President Eli Kalekwa argues that during clubs licensing, a medical insurance cover is a surety for all players in the club as injuries are undetermined.
Of course, hiyo iko kwa club license. Club license unapoangalia hiyo program yote vile imepanga. Vile kuko financial, kuko pia hiyo insurance. Mchezaji akigonjeka ama akipata injury, that is your responsibility kufuatana na timu. Sasa hiyo tunayo, tuna mahali kwenye wachezaji wanajitunjia, na kuna hii ya serikali yote tunachanga kwa sababu lazima ionyeshe mchezaji akipata injury sahihi without pesa ama without anything. Lazima tuna hospitali yenye ambao tumepana deposit kwenye wachezaji wetu wanaenda jitunjia.
With only 6 clubs in the top tier having medical insurance covers for their players in the 2019-2020 season, while 12 do not cover their players against any type of injury or calamity, the question is, what does it take for a club to get an insurance cover?
I think it's very unfortunate for clubs not to have a cover for their players, because I believe a club will take a player as an asset. And an asset is something that you value, something that generates you income. And I believe you should take care of it as much as possible because it's what generates for you income.
In previous years, Kenya lost incredible talents due to niggling injuries. When Coastal Union's Bernard Mwalala, now Bandari FC coach, picked up a hip injury in 2011 during a Tanzanian league match, he didn't know that what looked like a minor problem will end his playing career. Then, 28 years of age, Mwalala had just picked up the injury that would prematurely force the striker into the uncharted waters of management. He ultimately decided to hang his boots.
If all these clubs who value their players and they want and care actually, because actually insurance is about caring, it's an expression of love. Care about their players, they should be able to give their players a peace of mind that as I play out there, I should not care if something was to happen to me, where will I get the money to go to hospital? What will happen to me next, you see? Because we've seen most players, and probably also seen that someone get injured, they have a huge medical bill, they create this WhatsApp group or M-Pesa pay bill number that people have to contribute and give towards settling of bills. And unfortunately, even some pass on from the field, going to the hospital, and even at home, the family. So I believe, what I'll advise is that the best way to give these players peace of mind is to take care of them. And one way of taking, apart from paying them, is actually to take care of their injuries, to take care of their future in the event of any injuries or disability. Then I believe it will be a great benefit to the players.
FC Leopards midfielder Ezekiel Seda also quit professional football on June 17 this year due to a nagging knee injury. Seda was forced to effectively terminate his contract with the 12-time KPL winners Ingwe. FC Leopards assistant coach and former Kenyan international Anthony Modo Kimani was also forced to retire when he couldn't bear it all. An accomplished defender during his heyday, Kimani featured for KPL side AFC Leopards and Mathare United, also captaining Harambee Stars to the final of the 2012 Sekafa Senior Challenge Cup in Kampala, Uganda.
Kwa nimepata jeraha katika msimu ule tulipokuwa tucheza mechi yetu ya mwisho ya GoTV final dhidi ya Gor Mahia. Kwa hivyo nikaenda nikafanya upasuaji wa goti, lakini kidogo nilivyokuwa nikitarajia labda nitapona, ikakuwa haya sio vile. Kwa hivyo kwa vile maisha lazima iendelee na napenda mchezo wa kandanda, kwa nishaanza kufanya mafunzo kidogo ya taaluma hii ya ukocha ama ya ukufunzi. Kwa hivyo ile ndio ilikuwa labda njia ambayo nilikuwa nataka kufuata. Kwa hivyo baada ya muda kiasi fulani nikapata nafasi ya kujiunga tena na timu ya FC Leopards hivi sasa kama naibu wa mkufunzi mkuu.
Internationally, players like Santi Cazorla, Chelsea's Katzuma, and Dem Baba are just but a few of sportsmen who have gone through serious injuries that left the world wondering if they could ever come back to a football stadium. However, after successful surgeries, they made it back. Injury is a nightmare to many football players. Being out of the pitch is lonely, and now, as Batambuze awaits for well-wishers and fans to come to his rescue, he mostly misses his home.
I miss home a lot because nyumbani unajua una miss watu unaweza piga nao story kwenye lugha ya mamako. Yeah, I think I've missed that. But also being outside imeniletea kuwa naweza elewa dunia vile na feel kuwa, you know, if you don't travel, you never understand how the world works. So yeah, something like that. So jua tu imewashinda, they can't do anything. Because imeshinda team ndio nikakuja kwa mashabiki. So ikishinda washabiki ndio sasa atatafuta ngie nyingine, but siwezi ruka imwezi. That's what I can say.
With Gor Mahia now having been relegated to the CAF Confederation Cup, though still topping the Kenyan Premier League standings, all Batambuze can do now is sit in the dugout and watch as his fellow teammates train and play the various fixtures. The clock is ticking, the pressure is mounting. If Shafiq Batambuze will ever raise the money required for him to undergo a successful knee surgery, it will be of great benefit to him. But if he fails, he'll be forced to follow the less traveled path of retiring slowly. Chris Migwambo, Switch TV, Nairobi.